Okay, welcome to the Random Keto Guy YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making a crustless pizza, as you can see, and this is going to be about a 5-minute video, so I'm going to try and ramble on a little bit. First step is if you don't have pepperoni that's already pre-sliced, I like to buy the sticks and slice them. You tend to get a little bit of a thicker cut, and it's just something I prefer. So if you can buy either the pre-sliced or slice it up yourself, that's completely up to you. Most of the pepperoni you're going to find is going to be about 1 net carb per serving. The next thing is you're going to need about 1 cup of mozzarella cheese. Try not to make a big mess on your counter there, but yeah, about a cup or so of shredded mozzarella cheese, give or take. I don't measure all the time. The toppings that you want to put on your pizza is going to be completely up to you. I like to use red bell pepper. Sometimes I like green pepper as well, but red pepper is my favorite, mostly because the darker the color, I just think the more nutrients you have in there. And I know that red vegetables tend to be rich in lycopene, which is good for men's heart health. So I tend to opt for the red bell peppers. So we're just going to dice these up. We'll finish dicing them. They'll add a small amount of carbs. Obviously, their peppers are a little bit higher in sugar, natural sugars, and also fiber, but they don't add a whole lot for the amount we're using. I do have some Italian sausage that I cooked up for something else a day or two ago, so I'm going to add that into my pizza. So about 1 ounce to 2 ounces of that, and some black olives as well. Again, anytime you're adding any type of vegetable, you're going to be adding a small amount of carbohydrates to it, but in this case, it's going to be mostly fiber. They're not too bad. I'm adding about 5 olives, and I'm just going to slice them up. So here we have our cast iron pan. We're going to check the heat on it, make sure that it's hot enough. And we're going to put about 1/2 to 3/4 of that mozzarella cheese into this hot oiled cast iron pan. Now, I'm not sure if you could do this in any other type of pan. I really enjoy using cast iron because it tends to give a good heat, and it just cooks very well. And once they're seasoned, they're pretty much non-stick. So we're just gonna add a little bit of, adding sauce is optional if you want. Again, it adds a small amount of carbs depending on how much of the sauce you add. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of a sun-roasted tomato pesto into this instead of an actual spaghetti sauce. And you just got to be kind of careful spreading it around because you're going to have that cheese is going to want to move around on you, but spread around a little bit of sauce if you want. The sauce is optional. Some people don't want to use sauce, so that's up to you. Now we're going to continue to cook this, and let the bottom it's going to get crispy and browned. So after we get this sauce spread the way that we want it, we're going to start adding our toppings to this. So we're going to start with our pepperoni and just place it however you wish. You can use a tongs or forks if you want. I'll just use my hands. Obviously, hands are washed and dried. I'm going to add our cooked Italian sausage. And again, the heat that I have this on is probably medium high. You want that first layer of cheese to kind of crisp up a little bit on the bottom. And we're going to add our black olives, and then obviously our red bell pepper, and then we're going to top it with a little bit more mozzarella. This whole pizza, give or take, is going to come out to about 4 to 5 net carbs, for this pizza. It's really important to pay attention to the amount of ingredients that you're adding to the top of this. Like I said, a serving of olives is 5, so I added 5 olives, and this is a cup of mozzarella cheese total. So look at the labels and pick the mozzarella cheese that has the least amount of total net carbs. So here you can see as we're cooking it up, it's starting to crisp up. and I'd like to put a hot pan on the top just to get that top melted. And using this cast iron, it's going to come out fairly easy. It doesn't stick once you get it started. And we're just going to transfer it over to our plate, let it cool a little bit, and that crust will get hard and crunchy. And you'll see in a minute that you can actually cut it and lift it up and eat it that way. So this is our crustless keto pizza made in a cast iron pan. I hope you enjoy. Delicious.